I gave this platform to God, okay? I'm on a very specific mission.
We have to identify who the real enemy is. We have to know, where does this infiltration come from? The American people need a warrior that's unafraid to point out the real enemy. The American people are deserving of truth, exposure, and extreme accountability for the crimes against humanity that are being committed. We're on the brink of the complete collapse of America, while at the same time at the precipice of an amazing victory. If we want to prevent our children from facing a future bloodbath, I mean, I'm talking mass amounts of bloodshed, we need to step up and fight this war, and we need to fight it now. Uncensored. I refuse to be silenced or muzzled. Unafraid. No man will intimidate me. Unstoppable.
Can't even believe that we're talking about this stuff. Good evening and welcome to the Stu Peters Show. If you've seen it, it was this instant classic viral sensation. Alex Jones interviewed Rabbi Shmuley on his InfoWars program. And on the program, Shmuley doubled down. He quadrupled down on his perversions. This guy, right out in the wide open, on a syndicated broadcast, defended pedophilia. And of course, as usual, he devolved into accusations of anti-Semitism and all of the other adjectives that he likes using and throwing around on this endless loop. Shmuley is the pervert, this Jewish enforcer who sells kosher sex toys like black butt plugs with his daughter. He sells butt plugs with his daughter. He recently posted a bunch of creepy videos on social media where he's twerking on the lap of a young boy, a minor child. So he's committing sex crimes on tape and then posting them on social media, sexualizing the children of his family, boasting about drinking the blood of Christian babies. All of this on tape.
Hi, everybody. Purim is a day of celebration. We feel bad for Candace Owens that she lost her job. So I figure, with her image of what Jews are supposed to look like, why not at least validate her? I am dressed up as a Candace Owens Jew. Now, this is not a Christian child, it's a Jewish child. But if it would be, I got my Christian blood. Spicy, delicious.
This is the guy who made it his life mission to get Candace Owens fired from the Zionist Daily Wire. And of course, he succeeded. And actually, he set off a chain of events that's now resulted in Daily Wire co-founder Jeremy Boring just exposing himself full mask off as this anti-Christian psycho who compares using the phrase Christ is king to committing murder. So in running this anti-Candace Owens witch hunt for the past several months, Shmuley played himself. He exposed this massive Jewish enforcer network in politics. The octopus that has its tentacles in the media and in the entertainment industry because he can't keep his mouth shut. He's so self-aggrandizing that he exposed the inner workings of his subversive Jewish power structure. And now all he can do is call you an anti-Semite for noticing it. And through this interview with Alex Jones, he only dug his hole deeper. In that little squeaky, ratty, just annoying and obnoxious voice, he tried deflecting from his own disgusting, perverted actions. And when all else failed, he just obsessed over giving Alex Jones kosher sex toys. So much so that he earned himself the nickname Rabbi Buttplug while Alex mocked him for giving lap dances to kids.
The left wants to arrest conservatives. They want to put Trump in prison. All right, Rabbi, thank you so much. I don't want to keep our guest host too long. I appreciate it.
Can I promote my 2 books? You promoted a lot of your powders, man.
I love butt plugs for pedophiles.
No, I told you I'm giving those to you for free because you seem to really need it. So that's a gift. You don't have to plug that. It's coming. Just
will you help me fit my butt plug?
However,
Are you Rabbi Butt Plug?
Whatever floats your boat, Alex Jones. It seems that you're jealous of my sex life very deeply, and I don't want you to be jealous. I want to, it seems that your skills in that area may be a little bit lacking.
You're right. I'm not as good as doing lap dances with my grandchildren.
I want to promote.
Can you believe this? There was more to the interview than the ridicule of Rabbi Shmuley, the predatory butt plug salesman. Shmuley got visibly upset, like really agitated, when one of the global homo movement's trigger issues came up, and that's Michelle Obama's gigantic bulge. Nobody can deny she has a gigantic bulge. Okay, she has a flailing nutsack. So, of course, then he reverted back to his factory settings. He accused Alex Jones of racism and hating women and misogyny, and he's a bigot, all the usual canards that get thrown around to stifle the truth about Michael Michelle Obongo. And when the conversation shifted from the Obamas to the Macrons, the first couple of France that consists of a known pedophile and another suspected tranny, Shmuley continued to go nuts. He was in defense mode. He was defending the narrative as hard as he could, and he ended up letting his true colors shine through. He outright defended pedophilia.
You're the one on TV talking about my penis to 5 million people.
No. I said that when you degraded Michelle Obama by saying that she had a bulge, I said, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Stop degrading women. It's misogyny. It's what you don't like Michelle Obama's policy's fine, but you believe she's a man, honestly?
Well, Joan Rivers thought that, but we're about to go to break. Stay right there.
Do you believe she's a man? Do you believe that Michelle Obama's a man?
No, I just believe that she's got.
Why don't you apologize to her right here and now?
I believe she has bigger shoulders than an NFL linebacker.
But just apologize to her for your disgusting racism and misogyny.
Oh, I need to apologize and be sad? No, I think she is a man.
You have to.
Mrs. Macron, the Adam's apple First Lady of France, is a pedophile. Everyone knows it. And it doesn't seem to bother anyone, especially Shmuley, who defended Shim to the hilt when Jones brought the issue up. Look.
And I think Macron's pedophile wife is a pedophile. I think the president of France's wife is a pedophile on record when he was 14. It's on record. Oh, so you're for teachers?
But is she a man? Is she a man?
Are you
like
for?
Yes,
said, I think she looks like a man. I'm going to ask you, 14-year-olds, is it okay for a teacher to have sex with 14-year-old students?
You know what? That is a very fair question. It's a completely different question saying that she is a man. I asked you something different. Candace Owens did not bring up whether she was having sex with a juvenile. Candace Owens said that she is a man. I'm asking you, and Candace Owens said, I will leave my show and give up my professional reputation if I'm proved wrong. I'm asking you, Alex Jones, is Brigitte Macron a man?
I think she's not just a man. He's a pedophile and he's ugly. He's got a big old Adam's apple. And I believe the president of France's wife is a disgusting pedophile.
Either way you cut it, whether this Macron lady is a tranny or not, one thing is indisputable. She's a pedophile. And Shmuley doesn't have a problem with it. As a matter of fact, he's for it. He defended it. She was supposedly a married mother of 3 children when she left her family to marry the future president of France, one of her teenage drama students. But what kind of mother leaves her 3 kids for a little boy that she meets at school? Obviously one who's incredibly mentally ill, one who's a pedophile, and perhaps one who's connected to something much, much bigger. It's amazing how she and her pedophilia victimhood skyrocketed to the top of politics, to the top of NATO, to where her victim, Emmanuel Macron, just so happens to be the guy who may trigger World War III by sending French troops into Ukraine. And this pedophile, this possible tranny, just so happened to pick him out of a drama class and groom him and drag him all the way to the top of his country's government. It really makes you wonder if this Macron lady was part of the plan all along. The plan of the Rothschild banking cabal, the octopus that just has its tentacles everywhere, the World Economic Forum, all of the others who have pushed Macron. Emmanuel Macron is a World Economic Forum plant. He's exactly the type of sexually compromised freak, the type of child molestation victim who's been groomed for this his entire life. It's obvious. It's a tragedy, but this is exactly what happens when these people pick out young kids for a variety of reasons and sink their hooks into them. Long before Barack Obama was popping out surrogate babies with Michael, he was writing about his gay sex adventures with his commie professors. These people thrive on sexual perversion. Do you get it? And France has been a hotbed of these subversive perverts and pedophiles for centuries. It's long been a place for the global elite to go and dabble in the more frowned upon forms of sexual deviancy, so it would make perfect sense that Macron would crawl out of this place and that Rabbi Shmuley would be so set on defending it. All the way back in the 1930s, when the revolting Magnus Hirschfeld, a pioneer of transgenderism and pedophilia, a Jew, just like Rabbi Shmuley, was run out of Germany, where did he go? He fled to France. In the late 1970s, French intellectuals tried getting the age of consent lowered to 6. 6 years old. The Western world, the New World Order, is run by gays and trannies and pedophiles and all of the people that they manage to compromise over the course of their entire lives. All of these people that they can stick in their back pocket after filming them blowing a tranny or raping a dead kid. That's exactly what Jeffrey Epstein was for. And now we're finding out that's what Diddy was for. It happens every day. The world is run on sexual blackmail, and surrounding all of these sexually compromised spider webs of globalist perverts are little freaks like Rabbi Shmuley. He is one of their defenders. And on InfoWars with Alex Jones, full mask off, he exposed himself as a defender of pedophilia. This sicko rabbi, this guy who calls himself a man of God, who's now even arguing that he's stronger than God, is publicly defending pedophilia just days after posting twerk videos with a young boy. Shmuley's actions speak for themselves. He's a deranged pervert.